you really believe that? Come on, let's give him some praise. Hallelujah. Just a handful for me. There's nobody else who will take that'll help me. And I'm excited about the Lord on today. First of all, I feel to just bless all first-time visitors. If you just lift your hands, we did a welcome, but let's see if any first-time visitors with us on today, if they can just lift their hands. Amen. Amen. We bless the Lord. Glad to have you with us on today. Next week, there was going to be an announcement today, but due to some crossing the wires on my behalf, we're going to be recognizing our veterans on next week, next Sunday. If you want to come in your military uniform, for those of you, I'm quite sure that everybody can throw them on and they look like you did when you retired. But even if not, we look at it, come on out, and we already talking about we feel like busting loose, so you might be busting loose. So we're going to take it, recognize all our veterans on next week, and I appreciate the spirit of I want the church to fall into the spirit of just if you see something and you're that type person. Sister Carrie gave me a call. She said, Pastor, I like being decent and order, but I realized this last minute she saw some stuff that was going on with the veterans or what it recognized, so forth, and I said, yeah, let's go for it. And so she's going to be explaining that briefly upon next week as well, what the different items represent and so forth, and something they've been doing around the community, and she wanted our church to be a part as well. And so those things will be bringing forth on next week, so we'll be kind of shifting our timing just a little bit so that we can get all that in within the same time bracket. But at this time, I am excited about Jesus. Do I have anybody here today excited about Jesus? Do anybody feel that they need a breakthrough? And there ain't been anybody going through anything recently that you know you need God to just step in, and on today you want to just strip yourself of everything that can easily beset or hinder your praise. Anything that can cause you not to be able to feel like you need to feel. Anybody felt like that this has been a year? I mean, it's been a good year, but at the same time, a bittersweet year. And it seems like that as you enter into, for me, I can speak for myself, seems like the last few months have been much challenging than the earlier months. But I'm here to tell you, he is a keeper. I'm here to tell you, he is a deliverer. He is a redeemer. He is a savior. And if I can get 3 people to look at your neighbor down your road and say, on today, whenever I speak something, it's going to come to pass. Do I have any prophets in here? Do I have anybody that can cause those things that be, those things that be not as though they were? So in other words, whatever it is you need from God, today I need you to believe that you to receive it. Whatever it is, before you leave out of here today, look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, before I leave out of here today, I'm going to have what God has for me. You're talking to the wrong neighbor. Look at the other neighbor and say, oh, neighbor! Oh, neighbor! Before I leave out of here today, I'm going to have what God has for me. Amen, amen. We're going to jump directly into the Word of God. I feel churchy. I feel the Holy Spirit. I feel like just giving him some glory, because guess what? Some of you are going to new levels because you've been facing new devils. And the reason that you're going to be able to walk in authority is because any time that you recognize God gave you dominion, he gave you dominion over everything. And that's why he created you in his image. See, God, whenever he created the giraffe and the monkey and the orangutan and the elephants and all that, he created those as things. But when it came down to dominion, he gave us in his image, which means that we got authority over every principality, everything that comes up against us, but we got to know how to use it. John chapter 19, verse 28 through 29. St. John chapter 19, verse 28 through 29. It reads as this. After this, Jesus, knowing that all things was now accomplished, that the scripture might be fulfilled, saith, I thirst. Now there was set a vessel full of vinegar, and they filled a sponge with vinegar, and put it upon hyssop, and put it to his mouth. This particular verse don't appear to be as significant as other verses we read in the Bible. As a matter of fact, it appears very basic. Nothing powerful or mystical about it. Jesus is thirsty. That seems to be easy to understand. Have anybody here ever been thirsty before? You know how it is, your mouth gets dry and feel like that you got that morning and afternoon and evening breath, all of that all at one time, and you start just, you just got a thirst and you want something. And how many know it comes a time to where soda don't quench it and tea don't quench it, and sometimes there's only one thing, you're looking for some water, you're looking for some aqua, you're looking for something that quench your thirst. So Jesus is thirsty, and like I said, that's understandable. He wants something to drink. He's simply thirsty, which shows Jesus' humanity, although being the Son of God. I need you to understand, he's showing his humanity, although he's the Son of God, which lets us know there's nothing we go through that Jesus don't or hadn't gone through. That should be exciting for somebody. Because once again, there's nothing that we go through and nothing that we have gone through that Jesus hadn't gone through. This word precedes a word where Jesus talks about being forsaken. He talks about a divine disconnect, and this is not just something human, but something spiritual. Because whenever you feel a disconnect from somebody you've been connected to, you'll be thirsty for a reconnection. Is there anybody here ever want to be reconnected back to maybe a friend? Maybe you had a falling out with your parents, or maybe you had a falling out with your sibling, or maybe you had a falling out with your significant other or spouse, and you went several days without talking, and you went several weeks without communication, and now you're thirsty. They come in and out the house, and you see them, and after a while you begin to nod, and after a while you say, I'm cooking, do you want something? Or you say, I'm going to the store, do you want something? Because you're thirsty for a reconnection. You'd have been on your side of the bed, excuse me, I'm talking about PG, not 13, but I'm talking about plus 18. You've been on this side of the bed, and they on that side of the bed, and now they come to bed, and you look at each other and say, good night. And then the next day, you, instead of being on the edge of the bed, you come a little closer to the middle of the bed, and next day you get from the middle of the bed to the center. Y'all know what I'm talking. Oh, I'm at the wrong place. So I'm talking wrong, but what you're really saying is, I'm looking to be reconnected. Because it's something about when you are connected. And so this shows us, let us know that there's something we go through, and there's things that we have to deal with, and to get thirsty for reconnection. Maybe Jesus is speaking something beyond what the crowd could understand. Because whenever I've been connected to somebody and I feel a disconnect, I want to be reconnected in such a way that it builds my relationship. After thee, and I'm a living witness that every now and then that hell can be so rough in your life that you feel like God is absent because he's not active in your affairs. Can I get some real people in here today to be that knowledge that there's a time in your life that it feels like that God is nowhere around? David said, I looked for you, but I couldn't find you anywhere. Can I have any witnesses here today that will be able to lay aside your smiles and lay aside the good outfit and be able to acknowledge that there's a time that you don't feel Jesus, and you feel like you've been disconnected, and you begin to say, I'm thirsty, God, for you to show me something that you are in control, even when life looks out of control. Is there anybody in here that felt like life was out of control and you needed God to be able to take the wheel? Because every now and then you need a reminder that when your life looks out of control, God is still in control and he's still sovereign. Let me tell you about sovereign. Sovereign is whenever God picks the best direction and course for your life. We don't always like when God picks the course that we got to go through, because we want something that's easier, something that fits the mold. But every now and then you got to understand that God is not going to give you a Cracker Jack type area of anointing. He's not going to give you a Burger King type ministry, but he's going to give you what's best for you. Even while you putting up with hell and haters and feeling stepped on and spit on and hated and feeling forsaken, and you are thirsty, wanting to be reconnected to God, to feel his presence. Can I get another witness up in here? God, I need you to reconnect yourself. I'm thirsty for a reconnection, but that's just for me. I'm exegeting and exegeting the text at this point. So now let me give you the revelation of this text that I just began to read. And let me give you what it is that I really believe God is saying. Here go Jesus in a context that doesn't match his calling. He's in a situation that doesn't match what he says. He has an issue that doesn't match his identity. For here's Jesus, thirsty, if you will, when he claims he's the living water. I don't think y'all heard that. Here goes Jesus, thirsty, Elder Martis, but he claims he's the living water. Here's Jesus thirsty when he already told one woman at the well, if you drink from my fountain, you'll never be thirsty again. I wish somebody could just step down out the clouds and identify. I'm talking about Jesus. I'm not talking about something that's going to cause you to get in trouble, because I know we respect him and he's the highest identity that we can identify with. He's deity within himself. But now I want to bring you to a humanistic moment to identify, here go my Lord, my Savior on the cross, and he have declared that he's living water. He have declared that he is the well. He have declared, but now he's thirsty. He's in a condition that don't match what he claims. I wish somebody could understand. He's a living water. He was water out of the rock when Moses hit him. Instead of speaking to the rock, he said, drink of me and you'll thirst no more. Now he's in a condition, church, that don't match what he claimed. And I believe I'm down somebody's street right now, because you claim that he'll provide all your needs, but you're broke and got some stuff going on. Here, I go down your pew. You claim he'll heal you, but you're taking some medicine right now and going back and forth to the doctor for your health. You claim he'll dry your tears, but you cry sometimes and don't even know why. You claim he'll give you peace, but sometimes you can't get a good night's sleep. You claim he's a bridge over troubled water, but you just got flooded with no flood insurance. Oh, can I get a witness? We're talking about Breakthrough Sunday in here. And the only way we're going to get this breakthrough, you're going to have to be able to get yourself comfortable. I want you, if you got something too tight, loosen it up on today. If you got something bothering you, don't even work on it. This is Breakthrough Sunday. Tell somebody this is Breakthrough Sunday. So I need us to understand something. You got to understand, you claim he's a lawyer in the courtroom and the judge just said you're guilty. You claim marriage was instituted by God and your spouse just asked for a divorce. Is there anybody in here ever found yourself in a condition that doesn't match what you claim or say? And folks look at you like you're crazy for trusting in Jesus, because they're saying if Jesus was what you proclaim, you wouldn't be in your condition. But we got some news coming in a moment. If Jesus did what you said, then you wouldn't have your situation. If Jesus answered prayer, then why do you have your issues? It's a messed up situation because Jesus has a condition that doesn't match what he claims for his identity. Is there anybody here? What I like about it is when Jesus is on the cross and he asked for something to drink to quench his thirst, he got a need even though he's the anointed, because your anointing doesn't dismantle your humanity. Just because there's a need, it don't take away who God has said that I am. I need somebody to get excited off that. Just because you're going through sickness does not mean by his stripes you're healed. You got to understand that God is still God, because you got to understand he got a need even though he is the Holy One. And what I like about this thing is he can't, in this particular behalf, he can't sow a seed and get this need met. He can't throw money on the pulpit and get this need met. He can't fast and get this to bypass. He can't go to the conference and get this need met. He can't speak in another tongue and get this need met. He can't claim money coming to me and get this need met, because sometimes you can't deal with, in other words, you can't always go through dealing with superficial slot machine religion to get your needs met. Sometimes God gonna bring you through. Tell somebody, I don't like going through. But yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. See, perfect love casts out all fear. When you're able to love, you don't have to fear, because Jesus is love. And the problem is, so many times we think we got a formula to God. And we don't want to talk about patience, because patience brings about tribulation. I don't talk about it, but it do not negate that God brings me tribulation. And when you got needs, sometimes you got to go through. Sometimes you got to admit you got a need that you can't handle yourself. Is there anybody in here today that have a need that you can't handle yourself? Okay, all right, now, I need y'all to look at something here. Look at Jesus. All day long for 33 years, he been meeting other people's needs. But now he's in a situation that he needs somebody to help him. Have you ever been there where you helped everybody else, then you get in a situation and it seems like no one can help you? You gave other folks money, now they can't give you money. You put other folks in cars, now they can't even help change your oil. You put other folks' clothes on their back, and now you sitting around there with shoes off your feet. You did stuff for other people and they can't do one earthly thing for you. Do I have any real folks in here today? Have you ever prayed for everyone else, but when they couldn't pray, then you couldn't even pray for yourself, and they couldn't even help pray you through? You can give others a word of encouragement, but no one speaks a word over you. You can lay hands on others and they recover, but when it comes down to you, you can only quote, "Can these bones live?" It's a terrible thing when you can't do for yourself what you need of being able to do for other people. You got to admit sometimes that you have a need. You got to be honest enough with yourself, because you got to face it before you can fix it. You got to face it before you can fix it. Tell somebody today, I'm going to face some stuff because I'm looking for God to fix it. And Jesus didn't hang on that cross manning up. See, it's one thing when you man up to something. He said, "I'm thirsty. I got a need." And you don't want God to arrange a situation to prove to you that there's some things you can't do for yourself. Jesus said, "I thirst," as though he's asking for something to drink. And it's odd to me because he died, so what would it matter? Y'all understand? The man died. So what would it matter that he wanted something to drink? It wasn't as if the water, whatever he desired, was going to make him live. After all, he let us know, "For this cause was I born to die." You're about to die. Do it really matter about something to drink, Jesus? It's not like this is your last will and testament when you got to identify, because you are the last will and testament. You're the old and the new. But when it dawned on me, he wants something to drink because he's not through talking yet. He wants something to drink because he's not through talking yet. He has something more to say. And the reason they give him sour wine or vinegar was because the vocal cords under vinegar goes into shock, causing them to rub together so that when you open up your mouth, nothing comes out. Have you ever had vinegar and you drunk it down and you get ready to talk and your voice sounds different because it seems like your throat is closing up together? And whenever you drink sour vinegar, and that day it was straight, and it would cause your vocal cords not to even be able to speak. Because you got to understand, they had seen enough of what happened when he opens up his mouth. So you got to understand, it wasn't a case that they were trying to help him. It was a case they were trying to keep him from talking. I wish I had some church folks up in here. When he opened up his mouth, folks get over it. When he opened up his mouth, he redeemed. In other words, he takes and regroup and reconnect relationships. You got to realize, when he opened up his mouth, blinded eyes open. When he opened up his mouth, issues of blood dry up. When he opened up his mouth, lepers are healed. When he opened up his mouth, people walk on water off just one word, "come." When he opened up his mouth, the lame walk. When he opened up his mouth, the deaf hear. When he opened up his mouth, mountains move. When he opened up his mouth, demons flee. When he opened up his mouth, dead folks get out of graves. When he opened up his mouth, pimps turns into preachers. When he opened up his mouth, whores turns and become holy. When he opened up his mouth, forgiveness of sins occur. When he said, "I'm thirsty," y'all got to understand. He said, the people were saying, "We must shut him up because we already see what happened when he speaks." Somebody shout, "Speak, Lord." I need somebody to shout a little louder. Speak, Lord. Can I tell you why some folks don't like you? Because when you open your mouth, stuff start happening. When you open your mouth and you've been laboring before God and going through hell and high water, people get healed. Your house get healed. When you open your mouth, demons scatter. So folks try to give you vinegar to shut you up. But when you high five your neighbor and say, I ain't shutting up. I know it's not proper English. I know Elder Martis just quench when I say ain't. But at the same time, look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, I ain't gonna shut up. You got the wrong neighbor. Look at the other neighbor and say, I ain't gonna shut up. See, you got to identify. All the devil wants you to do is get in a pity party where you stop your praise. All he wants you to do is get in a situation where you can't be comfortable and say, though he slay me, yet will I trust him. All he wants you to do is forget that we've been to do for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. All he wants you to do is forget the suffering of this present time can't compare to the glory that shall be revealed. But tell somebody, I'm going to open up my mouth and I'm going to give God the glory. I'm giving God the praise. I refuse to shut up. I refuse to sit down. I refuse not to give his name, because if it had not been for the Lord on my side, you got to understand, he's all powerful. Look at somebody and say, I'm coming out. This is Breakthrough Sunday. Tell your neighbor it's a Breakthrough Sunday for me. I don't know about you, but tell somebody I'm coming out of it today. So people been trying to shut you up because things begin to happen. They gave Jesus vinegar to shut him up, but he had 3 more things he got to say. 3 more words. But God is so awesome, he'll take what they give you to shut you up and use it to blow you up. Did you hear what I'm saying? He'll use what they give to shut you up to blow you up. You got to understand that God would take what folks do to kill you and use it to elevate you and take you to your next level. Tell somebody, I must be getting ready to get into something mighty great. Let me tell you how. I can tell you how high you're going if you tell me about the hell you're going through. I can tell you your next level elevation if you show me your next level of now problem. Because what God do, he let what you go through. If he didn't kill you, it's taking you to another level. I need us to get a 15-second praise break to give God a praise for what ain't killed you. I need somebody to praise him for what has brought you this far. I need somebody to praise him and recognize that I've been going through some stuff, but I'm still making it. Don't know how, but he did it. Can you look at somebody and say, neighbor, oh neighbor, I don't know how, but he did it. Come on and give God a praise like you really mean it. What they mean for evil, God is working it for your good. He'll take and make your haters your elevators. He'll take the stuff that they do to you and let it be a blessing for your life. Jesus said, I can't die at your request. You don't take my life, I lay it down. I come with some good news. Stop laying down at what the devil tell you. Stop letting the devil tell you something. You go home and just lay down and just act like you dead. Look at your neighbor and say, roll up your sleeves. See, Jesus said, I can't die. He closed by saying his last 3 words. It is finished. Tell your neighbor what I'm going through. It is. I wish I had somebody that could identify that what you're going through, look at your other neighbor and say, neighbor, been going through a little something, but it is finished. What you mean it's finished? You got to face this and you got to go through that and you got to deal with the other. Oh neighbor, I'm calling those things that may not be at this moment as though they are. I'm already healed. I'm already in my breakthrough. I'm already in my miracle. I'm already blessed. I'm already highly favored. I'm not going to wait till the battle's over. I'm going to shout right now. Can I tell you a little story? Old lady was in church, and every time she would take and hear the preacher preach, at the end of service she'd say, Lord, I thank you for my new car. And at the time she'd say it, she'd take and come to the altar, she'd go out to the street, turn left, and go catch the bus. It didn't match what she was saying. The next week she came back and said, Lord, I thank you for my new car. She left the church, went to the end of the street, turned left, and got to the bus stop. So the next week, service went a little longer, and she said, Lord, I thank you for my new car. She left the church, went to the street, turned left, and the bus was gone, because church had lasted a little longer. She left the area, bus stop, came and sat on the stoop of the church, and the pastor comes out. He said, Sister John, I need to ask you a question. Why are you saying you thank God for your new car? He said, because I don't see a new car. He said, I got another question. Is the car in the shop? Do a family member have the car? Did the car break down? Or what's the problem? She said, oh no, Pastor, you got to understand something. When I moved to the city, I didn't have a job, and I began to just get a job. Seemed like nowhere. After I got a job, I didn't have a man. God gave me a husband. Got married in this very church. And at that time, I wanted some children. And all of a sudden, God gave me 3. And what you got to understand, I got all of that without thanking God. I got the job without thanking God. I got the husband without thanking God. I got the 3 children without thanking God. And now I need a new car. I just figured if I got all that without thanking God, if I open my mouth and thank him in advance, if he did my husband and did the job and did my children, I'm going to have a new car. Can I get 3 people to open up your mouth and say, Lord, I'm going to thank you in advance, because if you kept me when I was in the club, didn't get killed, didn't come home with AIDS or HIV, and now I'm in the church, I just want to thank you. You said give thanks unto the Lord for all things. Can somebody give him a thanks as if you really mean it and say, Lord, I'm thanking you in advance. I'm putting the praise on it in advance. I'm shouting on it in advance. I thank you not just for my new car, but whatever it is you need, whatever it is you want, whatever it is you desire, give God a thank you. Act like you already got it. Hold your head back. Look toward the hills, which cometh your help, and say, Lord, I just want to thank you. Do I have any thankful folks that can give God a praise up in this house, up in this peace, Jesus' peace? Yes! Look at your neighbor and say, he'll do it. So you can't let your present situation dictate what it is that God is getting ready to do for you. Here go Jesus, the one who was cradled in somebody else's crib. He sailed in somebody else's boat. He ate at somebody else's house. He rode on somebody else's animal. And he was buried in somebody else's tomb. And yet himself belonged all the unsearchable riches of glory. He go the richest man in the world, going with hand-me-downs, going with stuff that didn't belong to him. What are you saying, Pastor? He came here with no reputation. He came here with no money, but God made a way for him. You came in a crib that was not his. You got to understand, he rode on a boat that belonged to Peter. He took and rode on animals. When they said Hosanna, Hosanna, when he said go borrow the animals, you got to identify he laid in Joseph Bart's tomb. You got to identify he came here with nothing, but he never lacked anything. I wish somebody could identify, say I may not look like much, And I may not have what you think I should, but it don't stop who I am. Here go Jesus, King of Kings. He didn't have no castle. You got to realize he said, birds have nests, foxes have holes, but the Son of Man have nowhere to lay his head. Just cause I don't have the house don't mean it's not who I am. Just cause I don't have the car yet, just cause I don't have this, that, the other yet, do not take away who God said that I am. Look at your neighbor and say, oh neighbor, I am somebody. I am anointed. I am highly favored. Don't let the foolishness of the devil fool you. Because the devil tell you he don't have this and she ain't got that. And look at why they living. And look at what they wearing. They just lost that. They just misplaced that. But that do not tell who you are. He was still Jesus. He was still highly anointed. He came through 42 generations. And he died for you. And he died for me. And he was still the Son of God. Even without a palace. But now he got a mansion. He got a street that's paved with gold. Every day is Sunday and Sabbath have no end. Tell somebody I'm going to keep praising him. Because guess what? What he has for me, it is for me. Look at somebody and say, what he got for me, it is for me. Can you praise him for about 5 seconds like you really mean it? See, you got to understand who Jesus is. See, you know Jesus, the one who frightened the king as a baby. He confused the scholars as a boy. He made the angry storm to be still. He quieted the waters. He healed all manners of diseases without your insurance or your copay. You know Jesus, the one who wrote no books, but libraries can't contain the books written in him. You know Jesus, the one who wrote no music, but you sing his sweet melodies in your spirit. You know Jesus, the one Herod couldn't kill, Satan couldn't seduce, or sin couldn't stand, the roaring sea couldn't withstand, sinners could not resist, death could not destroy, and the grave could not hold. He is the rose of Sharon. He is the captain of Jehovah hosts. He is the priest bearing our sins offering. He is the first and the last. He is the beginning and the end. He is the keeper of creation, the architect of the universe, the Lord of history. He's always was, and he always is, and he always will be. Unmovable, unchangeable, undefeated, undismayed. His ways are unsearchable. His word is eternal. His will is unchangeable. He's the ancient of days. He's Adam redeemer, Abel vindicator. He's Noah's ark, Moses bush on fire, Joshua battle axe, Gideon's fleece, Samson's strength, David's psalms, Solomon wisdom, Jeremiah balm and Gilead, Ezekiel wheel in the middle of the wheel. He's Matthew's king. He's Mark's servant. He's Luke great physician. John word made flesh. Acts coming on the Holy Ghost. He's distinctive and he's supernatural. He is endurance and he is strength. Eternally steadfast, immortally gracious. He's God's son, the sinner's savior, the captive ransom, the breath of life, the sinner's piece of civilization. He's staying in solitude of himself. He's unparalleled. He's unprecedented. He's unsurpassed. He's unpredictable. He's a high personality in psychology. He's the supreme subject of literature, the fundamental doctrine of all theology. When I fall, he lifts me up. When I fail, he forgave me. When I'm weak, he is strong. When I'm lost, he is the way. When I'm afraid, he's my courage. When I stumble, he steadies me. When I'm hurt, he heals me. When I'm broken, he mends me. When I'm blind, he leads me. When I'm hungry, he feeds me. When I face trials, he's with me. When I'm persecuted, he shields me. With problems, he throws his arms around me. You know Jesus. Can you give God a praise? I'm getting ready to go. Got to get out of here. But I come by to tell somebody, you might be going through, but you're coming up out of it. You might have something you're dealing with now, but the Lord sent me by to tell you, he's building you up. He told me this is a pulpit. I'm going to take and throw you out a rope and pull you out the pit, because we've been made to do it, but you're getting ready to wipe every tear away. He's unsearchable. He's unmovable, A is for Alpha. You got to understand that B here, be there. See, can't you see him for yourself? I'm here to tell you, you can't beat God. You can't beat him no matter how hard you try. So don't let your present situation dictate what God is getting ready to do. Sometimes I look at myself. I know I got the spirit of prosperity. And sometimes I feel like I don't have two dimes to rub together. But just because I'm going through that don't mean I'm still not eating. Insurance still paid on the car. Still riding what I want. Living how I can live. Doing the best I can. But my best ain't bad. I'm still eating crab legs, lobster tail if I want to, fat back and black eyed peas. Can I get a witness up in here? So I got to give God a praise. I might not have everything you have, but guess what? What I have, I give him a praise. And if I can just praise him long enough, if I can just praise him the right way, he said, I'll make a way in the wilderness. Sometimes you'll be broke, busted, and disgusted. And God will touch somebody's heart and say, here, I need to get this in your hand. God will touch somebody else's heart and say, I just want to be a blessing to you. And all you got to do is just be honest and say, Lord, you know what it is that I need. Bless them, God. But the problem is we look for people we to bless to be the one to bless us. But it don't always work that way. You just been sowing seed and you don't know where you're going to reap your harvest. So don't despise the seed you sow. Just give God praise that you got a harvest coming. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I done sowed some good seed. I sold in some family members. I sold in some close friends. I don't know where my blessing coming, but all I know is it's harvest time. I got my basket. I'm getting ready to receive my harvest because God is not mocked. Whatsoever man soweth, that he shall also reap. I done sow love. I look to reap some love. I look to reap some toge. I look to reap some agape. I look to reap some area arrows. I look to reap some area filio. I done sold money. I'm looking to reap some change. Penny, dimes, and nickels. Dollars and $5. Tens and 20s and 50s. Hundreds and thousands. Somebody need to give God a praise. Tell him whatever it is I sold, I look for God to give it back. And how is he going to give it back? Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, shall be given to your bosom. Tell somebody, I'm like the old ladies. Y'all know back in the day, you used to go to my grandma's house, and she used to have stockings that had a little knot rolled up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They were rolled up and tight with a little knot over here. And you say, Grandmama, I want to go to Miss Lett's store. See, Miss Lett was around the corner. You can get 3 cookies for a penny. You can get 5 cookies for, you can get 6 cookies for just 2 cents. And all of this, you can get a soda for a dime. And you say, Grandmama, I want to take and get a little bit of money. And she'll say, well, let me go to the bank. And you think she's going to First Citizen, BB&T, PNC. No, Grandma's bank was closed. She reached down into her bosom. God said, with men, give into your... Grandma reached in her bosom, and when she pulled it out, she had it wrapped up in a white handkerchief, and she'll take and give it to you. She'll turn to the side. That's how God do. He don't let you see what you're about to get, and you think you're ready to get 3 cents. Grandma give you a whole quarter. Tell somebody, good measure, press down, shake it together, and run it over, and run it over, and run it over. Tell somebody, I'm ready to be blessed. I feel a blessing in this place. If I can get 2 people to run for me, I feel that you're getting ready to run for the whole church. If I can get somebody to give them a praise, I feel the praise is a breakthrough in here. Yes! Yes! Tell somebody breakthrough. breakthrough. Come on, musicians. Come on, come on. Now, I need you to run for somebody else now. There's somebody that needs something. And what you gonna do when you make what you make happen for somebody else, God gonna make happen for you. So whoever you're running for now, you got to identify that God is getting ready to let something happen for them. But what you don't understand is because he's going to let something happen for you because you're letting something happen for them. So tell somebody, this run ain't for me, although I have a need. This run ain't for me, although I got some stuff I want. But this run is for somebody else. Somebody else salvation. Somebody else healing. Somebody else breakthrough. Somebody else financial miracle. Somebody else area of help. Now let me share something with you. I'll never forget my grandmama. I was a little boy. I must have been like 6 when she died. But I'll never forget, she would call me Sonny Boy. And she said, and my cousin Cookie would be there. They called him Dwight and Elaine and Niecy. They stayed with her. But see, I didn't stay with her. I stayed with my mama and them down the street. And so what she would do, when she would reach in and give me something, she'd say, now I'm gonna give you a little extra. Cause you know, they always here. They always getting from them. Let me tell you the revelation I get from that. Sometimes we miss and we feel like outcasts cause we ain't always with Jesus. We don't always do, and we ain't always up under, and we ain't always around. But what God does is when you've been outcast, or you've been down the street, and you ain't been in the house, seems like he give you a little something extra. Because those in the house, they've been eating the whole meal, but even the dog eat the crumbs from the master table. And so grandma would take and give me a little bit of extra. She said, because guess what? You ain't been here getting what they've been getting all along. So there's some folks that been able to get a good praise, a good shout, a good word, but some of you hadn't been able to get what they've been getting. But God said, I'm going to give you something extra. I'm going to give you something extra because they've been getting fed all the time. They've been getting the miracles all the time. But if I can get 2 people that feel like that you hadn't been as close as some have been to God, to identify that God is getting ready to give you some extra. Come on and give that. Those few people give God a praise because God is getting ready to give you some extra. Somebody extra is coming to me. Tell them I may not speak in tongues like you speak in tongues. I may not be an apostle. I may not be an elder. I may not be a minister. I may not be a deacon. I may not be a deaconess. I might have just came out the club. I might have just laid down with dogs and got up with fleas. But God said, you're still his. And because you're still his, he gonna bless you real good. Man, last week, JJ told me, he said, Dad, I want to take you, do something with you. And I had already ate. He said, let me go take you out to dinner. I really didn't want nothing to eat, but I wanted the fellowship. And he said, well, we'd go to a movie too. And the movie we had looked at, I had previously watched. But at the same time, everything ain't about you. Can I get somebody to identify? See, the meal wasn't about me. The movie wasn't about me. The fellowship and reconnect with what was more important. You know, I've already watched Kingsman Circle. I had already ate me some steak and some potatoes. And so guess what? That wasn't what it was. So when I went, I told him this here. I said, let me tell you what we're going to do. I said, I want to make it light on you today. I said, I'll take care. Take care of mine. Because guess what? It comes a time that you're trying to reconnect back with God. And God will make it so easy. That all you got to do is say, Lord, I stretch my hands to thee. No other help I know. If you withdraw yourself from me, God, oh, whither shall I go? Did anybody here ever took and then God reached down, picks you up, turn you around, and place your feet on solid ground? It's amazing. We get used to hearing stuff all the time. I was sharing with Wiggins, I said, I got flat feet. And I have to wear real thick shoes. Real thick shoes, because my feet, the arches start hurting real quick. Now, I walk 3 miles in the morning, and I walk the average person, they start slobbing. But with the wrong shoes, I'm hopping. And had someone to say, there's some flat shoes. They Stacey Adams, they gonna cost. I said, but they low and they make your feet feel so good. I said, nah, that ain't so. But I had been hearing so much about the high heel shoes. And I said, I'm gonna go just try this thing out. Just gonna try it. Man, got these rascals. I don't know what they made out of. But I tell you, they been light, my foot ain't been hurting. And the reason I'm saying it is because faith come by hearing. I had been hearing that there's nothing no better than X, Y, Z. And sometimes the devil telling you ain't nothing no better than what he got for you. And it look bigger than what God has for you. Because sometimes God don't look like a big God. I just knew my feet were hurt in those little shoes. So I needed some big shoes. But I'm here to tell you, you serve a God that he is as big as you see him. Now, I don't know if y'all caught that revelation. See, some people micro God, but the Bible says, oh, magnify. See, so the thing about it is sometimes you're going through stuff and God looks so small. But when you when you magnify something, it do not make the object no bigger. Y'all miss that. When you put a magnifying glass on something that's 12 inches, if it's 3 inches, it's still 3 inches. Anybody wear glasses? And you got what they call bifocals, and it magnifies. And what it do, it don't change the object, it changes your perspective. And they call them specs because you got to stop making a spectacle out of yourself and start trusting God and magnify him. Did you hear what I just said? And so, how big is your God? Tell somebody, oh, magnify the Lord with me. Let us exalt his name together. I'm through. I'm getting ready to let you go. If you ain't got yours in now, you're going to have to catch 11 o'clock somewhere else. But I'm here to tell you, I know he's able, and I know he's willing, and I know he will. Can somebody give him a praise? Anybody soul anchored in the Lord on today? Do I have it? All you got to do is like you said, come here, Jeff, as we get ready to close out. I want you to sing My Soul is Anchored. I just need you to anchor yourself. We got a mic, another mic. We're getting ready to let you go.
Pray for me. One second. I thought I wasn't going to have to sing, so 1 second. Get together. You got it.
humming a little something this morning. Yeah, I catch you humming. I'm going to get you to sing it.
Yes, sir.
Is that what you humming
Through.
this morning?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. Through. One second. Though the storms keep on raging, though the storms keep on growing in my life, and sometimes it's hard to tell the night from day, still that hope that lies within is reassured, though I keep my eye upon the distant shore. I know he'll lead me safely to that blessed place he has prepared. But if the storms don't cease, and if the winds keep blowing in my life, my soul has been anchored in the Lord. Though the storms keep on raging in my life, and at times it's hard to see the night from day, still that hope that lies within is reassured, as I keep my eye upon the distant shore. I know he'll lead me safely to that blessed place he has prepared. And if the storms don't cease, and if the winds keep blowing in my life, my soul has been anchored in the Lord. Oh, I know that sometimes this life you're going to be tossed by the winds and the currents that seem so fierce. But in the Word of God, I've got an anchor, and it keeps me steadfast, unmovable, despite the storm. And if the winds don't cease, and just in case the winds keep on blowing in my life, my soul is anchored in the Lord.
Hallelujah. 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 Let's give him a hand for that song. I just want to encourage somebody that sometimes it seems like that the waves just dashing, breakers are tearing you apart, but anchor your soul in the Lord, because they will cease. And the reason that this message was on my spirit, because God said through every elevation, I was asking God, Lord, release. I was like, Jesus, let this cup pass. Been some horrific things I've been dealing with lately. And God said, when you come through this, when you come out of this, eyes have not seen. See, not so much everybody else's eyes, but your eyes.
And I know I've seen a lot. Ears have not heard, neither have it entered into the hearts the things that he have in store for you. Because if you make it through what you're going through now, the next level is nothing but victory. Can somebody give God a victory praise? Brother Ricardo, good to see you, my brother. Also, Bernie Thomas got a birthday today. I told, come here, Andrew, for a second. I told Elder Thomas, I said that, she been God that done some great things. She's doing good, feeling good. That's my sister, that's my brother-in-law, so I can just talk the way I'm talking. We ain't got no kids in here. I told her, you make sure you treat them real good. Break a brother off something real nice. So you been down, but you ain't down no more. Yo, you got to be able to laugh. Laughter's good for the soul. Because when somebody's sick and they look like death doors to them, we're praying and asking God. And so whenever God do something, you got to be able to celebrate every day as if it's the last day. Ain't no sense of sitting around moping and crying about what you can and can't. I've been praying with Deidre and Sister Grant and so forth. And Q, Deidre got a thing she say. Whenever I'm asking there, whenever we're praying, get a mic, Deidre. I want you to take and close out with what she say. Q got his thing, it as well. But she got her thing, and she ain't missed a beat on it. At the end of our prayer, what do you say, Deidre?
It is so.
It is so. It is so. See, that's why I say, even with a frail voice, see, some of you got a voice to be able to give God some praise. But that frail voice to God is music in his ear. Because she struggled to come here. But she looked at it like this: if I can make my appointments, then I got an appointment with the Word of God. And it's good to see her. Anyone here today that may not be saved, don't know Jesus as Lord, if you're in this place on today, lift your hands. We'd be glad to pray with you the prayer of salvation. Was this a good word to anybody today? Brother Andre, glad to see you made it back from West Virginia. Is there anyone here that may be in a backslidden condition and you want to be renewed and restored on today? Then we want to pray with you, for you. Stacy, how you doing? It is well. It is well. Is there anyone here today that don't have a church home and you want this to be your place of fellowship? And if so, we'd be glad to receive you to the Church Family of Jesus Peace Ministry. I'm excited. In a little while, I'll be able to share with y'all some stuff that God been doing and working through, and it's just amazing. I called Apostle White, I think it was Friday, and I just, heart to heart talk. It's amazing. Sometimes you look around and you say, boy, you don't even understand how sometimes stuff begin to happen and why it happened. But you got to make up your mind then and say, Lord, you said, cast my cares upon you. Let me tell y'all something. I've learned, once I get out of my word, and y'all came by the other night, I was in the word writing it about 9 o'clock. It was 3:30 when I got through preparing this message and getting things together. Then I had to be up by 5:30 to be at the barbershop because I had to leave to go to that track meeting leaving at 7:30. So my barber met me early, and all of that. Then last night was another go round and so forth, and the day started all over again. But God gives you strength, and through all that, I'm learning now to go home when I get those few minutes, kick my shoes off, and I'm getting familiar with what they call a remote control. I'm just starting to do some of those things. And so what I mean by that is learn to rest. Ain't no sense of sitting up worrying about what you can't change. God said, cast your cares upon me, for I care for you. Put it on him. And then wake up. I like the way Minister Chelsea Carr said. She said she wakes up in the morning and said, what we doing today, boss? Because after all, we are a slave to Jesus Christ. So this time we're getting ready to let you go. So there's no one, Brother Lois, good to see you come to the altar. Okay, well, we're going to pray with you then, my brother. Come on up here, Keisha. Where Keisha at? Y'all, Keisha surprised me. I'm messing with her because she usually, when the Lord's gone, she don't do but so much cooking. I'm messing with her. I said, she tired. I can bake, I can this. The girl made a pie. I mean, I'm here to tell you. I said, where you buy this pie from? I ain't buy this pie, Pastor. I told you I can cook. And that thing was on point. But we bless God for, so you say it'll probably be tomorrow? Tomorrow, Tuesday. Okay. All right. Well, I'll get with you all sometime today or something like that. But anyway, we're going to take and pray. God keep you safe. You've been on this little vacation, basically getting paid to sit around. That's a good thing. But Father, we come right now for Brother Lois, and as he prepared to go back, Father, overseas, we ask you that you would keep him safe. We realize, Father, in war-torn countries that we need you. We realize that everybody's saying that they know God, but God, we realize that everybody don't know you. So we ask you, Father, that in the land that he's in, we realize, Father, that in some of these Middle Eastern lands, Father, we realize that your people are there, but we're your people too. And Father, regardless of what we may think of them or what they think of us, you're still God. So we come to you, asking you that you put your force shield around him and others that are there and keep him from hurt, harm, and danger. Let him return back to his family safe. And Father, all in his right mind and intact. We ask you to keep them while they're here. That, Father, they'll be in good peace and also, Father, maintain and keep the standard up while he's away. We just thank you for your blessings and your grace and mercy. In Jesus' name, amen. 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 God is awesome and a powerful and mighty God. So this time we're getting ready for
Announcement from Sister Troublefield.
Good morning. I stand here in great honor and a privilege to, you remember weeks ago when I stood here and I told you we had a goal to meet of $12,000 for our pastor's appreciation. Well, I was in the back just now and I just said, I got to tell them. I stand here today to tell you we're standing at $10,800. Tell me God ain't good. We are $1,200 away from our goal. It is met. I'm going to tell you, we're going to meet that goal. It will be met by Sunday. We will meet our goal. To God be the glory. But I was so excited back there, I just had to come out and let you know, with all of our work that we've been doing, it had paid off. And I thank you. I thank you so much from the bottom of our heart. And now I ask, we did this, let's come out Sunday evening. Next Sunday evening at 3 p.m. and show our pastor just how much we really do love him. Thank you so much.
Won't he do it? Yes, Lord, he'll do it. I come thanking Lord this morning for that word because